Hi, this is the Rebel Rabbi. Today, we will be discussing what does it mean to be Jewish. Do you have to do something to be Jewish? Is there a certain criteria to keep your Jewish status? To be Jewish means you have a Jewish soul. Just like you can have a nationality or ethnicity, Judaism is the color of your soul. A person can be Jewish through one of two ways. Either you're born to Jewish parents, so from day one, you are a Jew and you have a Jewish soul. If someone is born to parents that one of them is Jewish, we will discuss at length in a different video. The second way to be Jewish and have a Jewish soul is through conversion. For many, many years, people have been interested in the Jewish religion and the Jewish faith and the Jewish values, and they desire to convert to Judaism. So there is a set of criteria that the rabbis put into place for one to properly convert to Judaism. Once someone is Jewish, either by birth or through a proper conversion, there is no difference between them. If you are a Jew, you are a Jew. Or like they always say, once a Jew, always a Jew. You can never reverse your Judaism. No matter what you do or what you may feel, Judaism is not a piece of clothing or an idea you have in your mind. It is the color of your soul, which is eternal and everlasting. And your soul lives on forever, even after your body expires. Many people wonder, what is the difference between a Jewish person and someone from another faith, another religion? A beautiful analogy is of a father who has many different children. And each child has their unique connection to the Father. We are all children of God. All human beings on the world are like brothers. And different people from different faiths have different ways of connecting with their Father. What is the way that Jewish people connect to their Father, to God? The way we connect is through Torah and the 613 commandments which are in the Torah. Now, what is the Torah? The Torah, in English, is the Bible. And this is 5 books, which is also known as the 5 books of Moses, which was given to Moses on Mount Sinai when God gave the 2 tablets with the 10 commandments to Moses to bring down to the Jewish people. The first Jews were Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they fulfilled all of God's commandments even before the giving of the Torah. Through divine spirit and divine prophecy, they were able to know and communicate with God and do all of the mitzvahs. However, when God gave the Jewish people the Torah on Mount Sinai, we now have the ability to elevate the physical world through the mitzvahs that we do. For example, if someone makes a blessing before he eats a certain food, he is able to elevate the food that he eats. And just like we have a soul, so too the food that we eat has a soul. It's a spark of godly energy which gives the life to the creation of this food. And when we make a blessing before we eat the food, we elevate that spark. So through studying the Torah, we connect our intellect to God. And through fulfilling the commandments in the Torah, we connect our mundane lives and the physical world we live in to God. The Jewish people on Mount Sinai were tasked the responsibility to be a holy nation and light onto the world, to be an example to the world what it means to serve God and what it means to be a good person to our peers. Now, if someone is Jewish but doesn't know any of the commandments or never studied any of the Torah, they are still Jewish. Many people wonder what connection the Torah and the commandments have to their day-to-day life. A beautiful analogy of this is like a builder who wants to build a building. Before he starts building, he needs blueprints of the dimensions of the building, how high it should be, what color should it be, how big the windows will be, how big the door will be. Before God created the world, He also had blueprints. And these blueprints were the Torah. He used the Torah as blueprints to create the world that we live in. And by Mount Sinai, God shared those special blueprints with us, the Jewish people. And He gave us the responsibility to study it and to protect it and to preserve it. Throughout the generations, thousands of years, Jewish people have been studying the Torah and observing the mitzvahs. Many, many times in Jewish history, the Jews have faced adversity. Adversity meaning there was risk of annihilation of the entire Jewish people. There was many people who wanted the Jews to stop studying Torah. Different kings of different times and different eras tried to dismantle the Jews from their belief. When the Jews came to Israel after they left Egypt and traveled in the desert for 40 years, the Jews built a temple for God to be a dwelling place in this physical world where God can feel comfortable and fully rest His presence. Many of the 613 commandments that we were given on Mount Sinai apply only in the times when we have a temple. After the temple was destroyed, the Jews built a second temple and again were able to fulfill these special commandments. However, after the second temple was destroyed, we are in exile and many of the commandments cannot be fulfilled. However, we can still study about these commandments to make sure we preserve them and make sure we are ready for when the third temple is built with the coming of Messiah, that we can properly fulfill all of these commandments. Many people want to know more about the Torah. They want to know more about the mitzvahs, the commandments. They want to know more about what it means to be Jewish. The easiest way to find out this information is by looking for the closest synagogue or the closest rabbi who will be able to explain to you on your pace and at your level of understanding all of the different beautiful traditions that we have in the Torah and we have in the mitzvahs, the commandments, the beautiful holidays that are celebrated throughout the year, the meanings of the rituals, the prayers we recite in the synagogues, the blessings that we make on food, the beauty of having a kosher home, the beauty of observing family purity, and what it means to give birth in Judaism. There is so much that even a person who has been studying their entire life can still find out more and can still delve deeper into the infinite wisdom of God which we have in the Torah. Thank you for watching The Rebel Rabbi. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments down below.